This shit here is going everywhere. What it do? What it do? What it do, folks? Mike Phrase Unfiltered. I ain't seen y'all in a couple days, innit? But we back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back. Back. All right, man. We're gonna try to have a pretty good live. Try to have a pretty good live today. Try to have a pretty good live. Oh yeah, we gonna get on that Donald Trump shit, man. I got a little opinion on that shit, but we gotta get into first, man. First, we gotta get into that new Escort that came out as suing Cassie and Diddy. You know, Diddy got a big win a couple days ago, but you know the news still coming out. You know, hey, y'all know the news ain't gonna stop by Diddy now. It ain't gonna stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. So they got one of the escorts they been dealing with doing the free calls. They got him and he did an interview. He did an interview about Diddy and shit and how you know he got STDs for cash and all type of stuff, man. So he knows a lot of money involved, man. So I'm guessing he seen how much Cassie then got paid. So he trying to get that money. Hey, which I don't blame him, man. Hey, get that money. Definitely, if you was involved with them freak calls too, all that freaky ass shit y'all had going on. So if it's money out there to get, go get that money. Go get that money for real. So like I said, let's go ahead and get this shit started, man. Be a quick live. Be a quick little live. So um let's read this lawsuit first, man. See what's going on. Say Sean Diddy Combs and his ex Cassie hit with a horrific, fresh legal blow as Mayor Escort accuses them of teaming up to drug and rape him. Man, that's y'all know this some bullshit, right? Y'all know this some bullshit. But like I said, if he can get paid, let him get paid. But y'all know this some bullshit. Like I said, he see Cassie got that money, which hey, I do the same thing now. Cassie got 30 million, and Diddy worth 500 mil. So that little 20 million Diddy had to pay Cassie and his lawyers. That ain't shit. Diddy damn near a billionaire. So it's money out there. It's money out there to be had. So I don't blame him, but he lying like a fuck, saying they drug him and rape him. I don't believe that whatsoever. But let's get back into this shit. Oh shit. All right, he said Sean Diddy Combs is facing fresh allegations that threaten to engulf him in yet another scandal. Just hours after being acquitted of serious charges related to sex trafficking and racketeering. So this happened the other day. I'm just getting to it, man. Like I said, I had a lot going on this weekend. Went out of town and shit. So I'm just getting to it today. So they said this music mogul found himself in the crosshairs of shocking lawsuit filed by Mayor Escort Clayton Howard, also known as Dave, on RadarOnline.com has revealed. So I guess Radar Online broke the story or whatever. See, Howard lawsuit accuses Diddy and his former partner Cassie Ventura of drugging him, inflicting long-lasting trauma during their time together. Allegation unveiled in the legal documents contend that both Combs and Ventura manipulated Howard and engaging in sexual acts under deceptive pretenses, exploring drugs to lower his inhibition. What is that? Lower his inhibitions, whatever that is, and unlimited further their own desires. According to Howard, he was brought into their world 2009, and the arrangement lasted for nearly a decade. So damn, so he was with the freak. That was their main freak, must be. He was the main freak. So Diddy had the main freak, man. So I guess he was the main freak. He claims he was paid for the intimate encounters. Allegedly, he served as entertainment to satisfy their sexual fetish and personal ambitions. The narrative present and stalk, man. Whoever is the media person writing this, I ain't never seen a real like this in my life. Juxt juxtap- juxtaposition to previously established image of Ventura as a victim, with Howard stating Ventura was not merely a victim forced into sexual encounters with male escorts, but rather an active and engaged participant who's willing, manipulated, and exploited others. Yeah, but which we knew that though. Which I've been saying from the first chat, from the first stop when I started talking about Diddy case like a month ago, 2 months ago, that Cassie was a willing participant. We all know that. That's why Diddy got found out guilty on that shit. Yeah, yeah. This guy. Let me see if I can pull the guy up, man. The guy, yeah, they little sex slave. They little sex. It got real, man. It got real. So the guy name is Clayton Howard. See, Clayton Howard is said to be shot by some of the alleged requests, including one that he said seemed to answer the questions about Combs' long debated sexuality. As Combs said, trafficking trial enters in final phase. Okay, yeah, we done passed all that. He got fined. Okay, an explosive new tell-all book, Cassie victim of so so Buddy done well yo, that's one thing about black folks. They gonna get that bread. Buddy done got a book out. You got a book out about this shit. Hey, you gotta capitalize on your situation. This is the most talked about story. This is the most talked about story out there. Buddy already got a book. It's coming out, it's already out. It's called Cassie, Victim of Co-Conspirator. Howard, who went by the name Dave during the sexual sessions with the couple, claimed Venture initially hired him under the expression that the two were to have sex while her husband watched and pleasured himself in the corner of the hotel room. Diddy, you a nasty boy, that's crazy work. I don't know. Hey, chat, y'all, yeah, chat, tell me why. Chat, tell me why in the hell Diddy just like to watch his goddamn chick get fucked. What you get from that? He won't have for cash a check money. What do Diddy get for watching his chick get fucked? I'm lost. I never understand that. But yeah, the Esco got the book out by Cassie, man. He trying to capitalize as he should do. Everybody else get paid. She got paid 30 million. She got paid 30 million. She might as well go ahead and break them all by 10. She still left for 20. If I'm just look, hey, if I'm going into that shit, I want 10 mil. You had all these diseases and stuff, and then obviously Diddy don't like y'all using rubbers. Y'all not using rubbers. He already said that. Diddy damn near hit you upside your head. You asked about a rubber. Diddy don't play that shit. Diddy want to see the whole thing. He want to see the whole thing. Let's Diddy a wild boy. Howard claimed that he worked for the couple for nearly a decade, but did not have much integration with Cone at the start, as the rapper would sit quietly in the corner with various articles of clothing wrapped around his face to conceal his identity. It took nearly a year, but once he discovered the mystery figure in the shadows with Cone, the alleged requests became increasingly more graphic for both music stars. This is the guy right here. But he look crazy, boy. So that picture I got on him for my damn thumbnail, that must be the younger him, cause this motherfucker, yeah, age a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but shit, he wasn't even looking. Howard claimed Cone trying to get him to have annual sex with the rapper, but does not think it made him gay. Makes him gay. Howard claimed Cone tried to. Okay, what he's saying is, did he trying to make him have annual EXX with Cassie with the rapper? Hold on now. Maybe I'm reading this shit wrong. Howard claimed Cone tried to get him to have annual XEX with the rapper, but does not think this make him gay. He said he's definitely bisexual. Howard claimed to Radar in an exclusive interview. He claimed most night Diddy wanted to watch wanted to watch me masturbate for hours. I couldn't watch another man masturbate for a minute. But he sat there for hours watching my body as he masturbated to please himself. This always made me uneasy. So I thought he don't think he gay, but he bisexual. I thought bisexual is gay though. Or maybe I'm supposed to look at it like that. Nah, hell, fuck that. That's how I'm looking at it. Anybody who said they bisexual and not gay, that shit sound retarded as fuck. If you are attracted and you talking to the same sex as you, and you still like the other sex too, it don't matter. You still gay. You're still gay. So I don't know why they come try to use these terms like bisexual, but I don't know why it should be no bisexual out there. It's gay is gay. If you attracted to the same sex, you with the same sex, but you like to talk, you like to go with the other same sex too, you're gay. Boy, I swear that these days, as times change, bro, it's so much shit that got down. They add to shit trying to make it sound better than what it is. But like I said, I'm not knocking the alphabet community. Y'all do what y'all do. Let me repeat that. I don't knock the alphabet community. Y'all do what y'all do. I'm just saying my opinions of it. It shouldn't be no bias. It should just be straight. Okay. Straight okay. See, Arthur Howard began having sex with Ventura while Combs were allegedly tagged in later in the session. One time, the escort speculated Combs was trying to seduce him. He had made he had made me stand in front of him as he was giving Cassie or XEX. Howard claimed he kept positioning his anus. Diddy, you a wild boy. I see where this going at. He kept positioning his anus right in my line of sight while he had me stand in front of her. Yo, these motherfuckers been doing a lot of shit for that money, bro. He kept positioning his anus right in my line of sight while he had me stand in front of her. That's what I'm chat. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all gotta understand this, chat. Diddy, Diddy didn't, man. Diddy had like women too, but Diddy wanted to see some goddamn. Diddy wanted to see some dick, man. Diddy was wanted to see straight up dick. That Cassie number turn him on. That peen turned Diddy on. They always put out the pics that make them look good. They don't. Talk about Diddy and Cassie. I always put out the pics. How could he treat her that way, but she still fantasized that he loves her? The escort. Yeah, man, it's all the play. Yeah, the escort will put out the picture to make this look good. Cause they like that shit, they trying to get the money. They trying to get the money about that situation. So hell yeah, they gonna get the best picture. He got his shit on. He made sure he put the glasses on. Like he ain't been out there having his ass out in front of Diddy and Diddy face. This is wild. This is some crazy work here. It's crazy work here, chat, for real. That's it. And then he said, as Howard would adjust his position to try to steer clear of Combs. So what he doing? He don't want to toot that ass up. He don't want to toot it up in front of Combs. So he's trying to scoot. You know, motherfucker scoot their ass down. So they scoot it down. So he try to say he got to scoot down to adjust his position to try to steer clear of Combs. He realized the rapper was presenting himself much like a horny animal. A horny animal would to his prospective mate. He kept trying to move. He kept positioning me in his line of sight. He claimed he was trying to manipulate me into thinking his anus was a was a vagina. Chat. Imagine Diddy tooting his ass in the air. Yo, this shit is crazy. Imagine him tooting his ass in the air trying to get this other dude, the goddamn other buddy to come get behind him and goddamn go to work. Imagine this shit, chat. Imagine this shit. That's wild. See, I don't want to. That's wild, chat. So Diddy, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, they coming out now. They ain't had a problem. I'm pretty sure they had a problem with it. But when when that money talk, man. So they ain't had a problem at the time. But like I say, with all this money coming out here, all these different type of lawsuits and shit like that, now everybody coming out with that money, man. They trying to get it. Like I said, I don't blame them though. Shit, get that bread, cuz. Get that bread. The escort will repeatedly politely decline. I'm gonna see what's something. Must be something. Make sure. Okay, he said Howard claimed Ventura had her own kinky requests as well. Every time I saw her for probably the first year or two, she would beg and try to seduce me to urinate on her, which was weird to me because she was a beautiful girl. He claimed. Chat Cassie liked that shit. Cassie Cassie liked that shit. Chat. She liked that shit. It is what it is. And I don't know why everybody like all these women out here trying to say, "Oh, y'all don't know she was it's like mind control." There's no, I mean, why, why can't a chick just be freaky as fuck? Why it gotta be? Oh, he made her do this. He drug her. Why she just can't be a damn freak? Shit, this world got some freaks in it that you don't gotta do none of that shit. They just like the shit. Yo, some people like being urinated on. They like taking golden showers. They like taking golden showers. Some people just like that. Y'all gotta understand that shit. You sometimes you don't got to force nobody. Some people just like that. And when they start doing it, they get addicted to doing it. And then now, you know what it is. Cassie got her money, but like I said, I see it from the start, man. Cassie enjoyed every minute of that shit. She did. Maybe at first she didn't want to do it, but she did it to please Diddy. And then after a while, she started liking the shit. I mean, this man said Cassie herself would say, "Can you TT on me?" She wanted it, so her and Diddy could play in it. Yo, you can't chat. You can't make this shit up, chat. You can't. You cannot make this shit up. This shit is wild, boy. This shit here is wild. You can't make this shit up. Cannot make this shit up though. Get back to the article though. See, the escort would repeatedly, politely decline her request and tell her he was not that kind of lover, which she accepted willingly and eventually stopped asking. So shit, well, he start having feelings for her or something. How did one day I asked about kinky desire to be peed on? He claimed she liked that way. She liked the way the warm urine felt running down her chest and her body. Man, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Let me play this video and see what he talking about though. Let's play this shit. Here. Make sure y'all see my screen. Okay, y'all see it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I think he's bisexual. I do. We had one encounter where he did something that was somewhat questionable. He did directly ask me if I was gay, which I cursed him out over, like, "Are you crazy?" But after that whole
He had every right to. You agree. You agree to let another man. No, you not messing with him. You fucking his old lady, but you agree to have another man behind you getting his rocks off, looking at y'all. Even though he ain't doing nothing to you, it's still I don't want no other man behind me jacking off and shit. Even if I'm hitting his old lady, who the fuck won't, man? Nah, he had every right to ask you that. Cause you agree with that freak, you agree to do the freaky ass shit. But they trying to get that bread, boy. He sitting up, he got the books behind him and shit like that. Nice play, nice play.
Whole exchange where I cursed him out when he asked me if he was gay. He paid me off
Nah,
to
that
shut
boy
up, which I
funny.
did. You know, he gave me a couple grand, stopped talking about it. I stopped talking about
I believe
it.
that.
But then he did directly do something very homophobic after it that it could have been just he was trying to, I want to say, manipulate me into believing his anus might be the same as a vagina. So that to me was kind of a gay situation. He had me stand in front of him while he was giving Cassandra I'm going to keep my language professional, cunningless oral. But what he did was he kept positioning his anus right in my line of sight while he had me standing in front of her. So, you know, I keep trying to move. He keeps positioning himself in my line of sight. And it kind of dawned on me eventually at the time that that's what he was trying to do.
Like I said, Chad, you can't, hey, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. Let's go to the next thing. Yo, so they had a lot going on. I'm gonna read a couple more of this shit, man. Cause like I said, he talked about a whole bunch of shit though. He talked about a whole lot of shit, whole lot of shit. I think I did read that one. So let's read this one. Hold on, hold on. Hey, what's his last name? I keep forgetting his last name for some goddamn reason, man. I'm bad about that shit, dog. Okay. Clayton Howard. Then he talk about he got Cassie pregnant. He got her pregnant now. Clayton Howard claimed Venture decided to terminate the pregnancy without his input, something he called one of the worst memories for him, his time with her. This guy here is capping. Yo, I do not believe this. I do not believe this shit whatsoever. Let me put it up on the screen. My bad. I don't want to talking this shit. Let me pull it up. I don't even see the other chats. I can't. I get it together. I can't even see the other chat. So you said Clayton Howard claimed that Ventura decided to terminate the pregnancy without his input, something he called one of the worst memories of his time with her. So I guess he going with emotional discretion and all that shit. This is crazy. Howard went by the name Dave during the time when the couple worked for Combs for nearly a decade. He claimed his job was to have sex with Ventura as her husband Combs pleasured himself in the corner. The former mayor Escort always said he insisted on using protection for the encounter, but as he and Ventura became more comfortable and more romantic with each other, she decided to ditch the con. So what I'm taking for him, he fell in love with Cassie. He fell in love with her. He said when they start getting more romantic. The whole time Cassie doing this shit for goddamn Diddy. He done fall in love. Talking about I ain't look at her. We say in the other article, I ain't look at her like that. I'm not that type of person. This and that. Man, I would have went in that bitch. He done started catching feeling for this motherfucker. I'm not that type of person. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, in his explosive new book, Cassie, Victim or Conspirator, Howard shared the moment Venture told him about her decision to have an abortion. She told me that she had been pregnant and was sure it was my child. He claimed in his book, noticing that he was regrettable in jail at the time and unrelated parole violation. She started to cry and said she was sorry. She claimed that she hadn't wanted to do it. I had no choice but to forgive her. I don't believe this shit here. The unprotected sex continued. I don't believe this shit. After his release, the two began having sex for Cole and enjoyment again. And before long, Howard claimed Ventura insisted on not using condom. She still had unprotected sex with me, and that was the strange part for me, Howard explained. I didn't want to have unprotected sex with her. I wanted to put a condom on, but she insisted on it. She told me she was on birth control now, so we did have we didn't have anything to worry about. According to Howard, Richard seduced him. He gave me he gave in again having unprotected sex with her once more. But when I left, I remember thinking to myself, for her to just get pregnant and be crying and saying it was traumatic. It was so traumatic to go back and do it again. I lost all respect for her. The fuck is he talking, man? You're the escort, nigga. You don't supposed to have no damn respect or feelings or nothing. You getting paid to do a job, and see you done got paid. You hitting cash now. You catching feelings. Think about why she doing this again. She done got pregnant and all this. He don't want her to go to a traumatic. He said he be crying saying it was so traumatic to go back. I just don't understand this dude here. You getting paid for services. You going on there. You catching feelings and you getting your emotions involved with the shit. Man, go over there, to her ass up, and leave. You already see the type of person she is. He already see the type of person she is. You can't change the person. That's it. That's what she was doing. So why the hell you going over there thinking trying to be damn save a hoe? You can't be saving these hoes. You can't be saving these hoes. And that's exactly what Cassie was. She wasn't coerced. She was a damn hoe. Come on, man. Cassie wasn't she wasn't coerced. She was a hoe. And this dumbass motherfucker here going over there catching feelings for Cassie. Now he gonna save her. Then he lost all respect for her because they stopped back not using rubbers. And I don't get this dude here, man. I don't know what kind of play he got going on, but I don't get this motherfucker here. Yo, Diddy and Cassie said, "Goddamn, she wants you to urinate on her." Hey, man, look here. I would have. You don't got feelings, so you don't want to do it, man. I would look at her, dirty whore. I would have went crazy on the bro. Okay, shit, come on, man. She was a hoe, man. You in there catching feelings, dog. Do what you gotta do and take your ass home. This guy here is crazy. Howard said after that he began to see Venture in a different light. That's when I really started to look at her like maybe she was just a slut. Man, maybe. Nah, she was a fucking slut, dog. Ain't no maybe. She was what she was. God, damn, how you gonna be an escort? Come on, you got a job. You gotta know your job, man. You gonna be an escort and catch feeling, and now you thinking, oh, maybe she just another slut. She is what she was, man. And I don't mean that with any disrespect. Come on, yeah, you do. Slut is a slut, nigga. I'm telling you myself, Cassie. I say it for you. Cassie was a hoe slut. She was a slut hoe. She was a slut hoe. If you want to say it, I say it for you. If a woman is so willing to have, damn, I don't know how to say this word here. I ain't gonna lie, Chad. I don't know how to say this. Promoxious, promoxious sex with so many men without even any thought of indication of getting pregnant or protection. That's just what she was. She's a loose woman. She's a slut. Or promiscuous something. And maybe that's what Cassie isn't hot, just a slut. She is. Man, this guy here. What it was with this clown here, man. This clown that let his feelings take control over the shit. Now he's suing because he man. Now he's suing because he was in love. He was in love with Cassie. He was in love, chat. He was in love. Hold on, let me check my other chat, man. I gotta get. Hey, yo, chat. Don't worry. I'm gonna get this shit together, man. I'm gonna get it together. Eventually, I'm gonna get it together. Yeah. So this is the guy right here. This guy right here is suing. This guy is suing Cassie and Diddy. I don't know. That's what the pick. He is planning. He is painting, but he just want the money. Yeah, he painting that shit up real good. Like he's trying to get it for emotional distress. Like, but I thought what I thought was. Oh, let me see. Let me see. I thought that he was saying. I thought that he was saying Cassie done gave him something. I thought he said Cassie done gave him like a STD or something. I can't find that shit. This man, this damn Escort Hill was trying to save Cassie so bad. He tried, chat, till he realized what the fuck was going on. He tried. He gave it his best. I commend him for that. No, I don't. You can't save these hoes. They don't want to be saved. Hold on, hold on. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. 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 Y'all don't know about that shit though. Y'all don't know shit about that. Y'all don't know shit about that, man. For y'all time. For y'all time. Okay, they right here selling shit we already know. Okay. Okay, yeah, he is talking. See, the couple former freak out party sex escort exclusively told Radar about the abuse he witnessed firsthand. The key reason the music mogul remains in prison without bail. All right, this shit here. Oh, the anger fears are the anger fears are justified according to Clayton Howard. He said he was first hired by Venture under the. All right, we done went over this. Like, tell me something new, dog. Tell me something new. He said Diddy treated her horribly. Exclusively to told Radar he was incredibly angry, arrogant. His ego was huge, especially if she looked like she was enjoying herself a bit too much. Hmm. I thought that was the whole point. Yo, what's the word for that shit that with husbands that like to watch their wife get goddamn boot over? And it's like a saying. And it's like a saying. What's that word? It's called cockhole or some shit like that. Something like that. I think it's called cockle. So it's like when men like enjoying watching their wife have sex with other dudes. So he's saying Diddy felt a certain type of way. Cassie would goddamn get too into it. Oh man, I think Diddy. I don't think so. I think Buddy did. I think Buddy just had liked Cassie a whole lot, man. Cassie been telling him shit. You know how when Diddy walk off, Cassie might be out there. He probably telling some shit, getting in his head. You know him. He fucking with somebody famous and shit. He fucking with somebody famous, don't fall in love. I don't believe that shit. Then they say Howard called Combs on a whatever, who enjoyed telling him and Ventura what to do sexually to each other. But if the model and singer were to do something Combs didn't approve of, she would face consequences. Cassie abuse happened began because she didn't respect the rules created between her and Diddy and swingers. Howard clarified, explaining that the rapper become, could become jealous of the escort's talents. He became angry if we were enjoying each other too much or if she made me drink without his permission. Diddy kicked her in the thigh once where she laughed at him for trying to have sex with her right after I had just finished. Howard said he witnessed Combs punching and kicking Mitchell on several other occasions and noted that he could go off on her any moment. He was hell, man. I mean, I think he lying, but I also think it's truth to this shit. Like I don't think Diddy might been Diddy might. I mean, I think that honestly, I think Diddy loved Cassie I think he loved Cassie in his own fucked up way. If I could say that, I think he loved her in his own fucked up way. But at the end of the day, he was not the only person that Diddy had fucking her though. He wasn't the only person. He probably think he was the only person that Diddy had booking Cassie ass over. So I really think Diddy didn't care he was smashing Cassie like that. But you know, all right, that's it. Yeah, yeah, chat. Y'all can't make we can't you can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up. How you get he love her out this situation? Nah, like you gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand. Some people are messed up, man. Like I honestly think he loved Cassie in his own fucked up way. I really do. Cause he still get jealous, like with that shit with that happened with Kid Cudi, how he burned his car up and shit. He ran up on Kid Cudi and all that shit. Whether it's the right love, it's toxic like a motherfucker. Both of them was toxic as hell. Diddy just been on a whole nother level of toxicity. Well, how you say it? Toxicity. Toxicity. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But Diddy was on a whole nother level of being toxic. But y'all understand both of them was toxic, man. For real. Cause they say Cassie's goddamn hop beat Diddy ass too. You know, like a regular relationship, but a regular relationship with like $500 million on you. Yo, chat, that make a lot of difference. They have regular people relate. No, I can't say that. Put like that. Regular people relationship besides the freak offs. He was a control. He doesn't want anyone to come to him. Yeah, nah, he denied. You're right. He definitely wanted to control her though. He more definitely wanted to control her. There's no doubt. No doubt. He did. He did. But he was controlling her. I think, like I said, she wanted the money, she wanted the fame, she wanted to be by Diddy's side so bad. Till he was controlling her, but she had a choice. She had a choice, man. He was controlling her, but he had a choice not to be controlled. But she wanted that fame, money to be with Diddy, so she chose to be controlled. I I really feel like Diddy wasn't making her do something she didn't want to do. Maybe he knows she didn't wanted to do it. Maybe he did know that. But like I said, it was times that Cassie and Jane Doe called Diddy. They called and set the freakers up. Cassie and Diddy called and set the freakers off themselves to try to please him though. That's what I'm saying. They had control. She had a choice, but she got him. She got him being controlled, confused with him loving her. I mean, you could say that, but yeah, man. But my thing is that like that is if if a person always promises to take you out somewhere, but y'all end up at a hotel, y'all end up at okay. Diddy used to tell his motherfucker, okay, yeah, we can go up to the bar, get nice little restaurant, eat. Diddy will take these bitches to a restaurant that's in a hotel. You know, y'all know how some hotel got restaurants in it. They didn't slick motherfucker. You like, yeah, we go out to eat. That motherfucker take her to a hotel that's in a restaurant that's in the hotel. Diddy already had this shit set up. So they think they going to a restaurant, go out for the nice little walk. Diddy say, nah, fuck that. Diddy taking their ass to a hotel a restaurant that already got a hotel in it. Okay, we go down here and eat, and after that, you gonna let these men fuck the shit out you. And that's love, man. Like I said, it was love. It was about love, but then again, it was about money. It was about having that status with Cassie and goddamn Jane Doe. I'm telling you, that's what it's about. But let's get out this shit right here, man. I already been on this shit. Let's talk about Trump shit. Y'all know this new bill passed right there, and a lot of people is not liking this shit whatsoever, which is crazy. But hell, y'all voted for Trump, right? Like it ain't all. It's not really all bad. It's bad, but it got some good points in the bill too. It'll never be a bill that's passed. It'll never be everybody's not gonna agree on every fucking thing, man. It's just impossible. I'm trying to pull the bill up though. It's I don't know. Like I said, I don't know whole lot about it, so I don't want to talk about shit I don't really like did my research on. But I'm just knowing what everybody's saying that was in the bill. Cause like I said, y'all gotta understand, this bill is like 10,000, not no, 1,000, not 10,000. I'm sorry, 1,000 pages long bill. So I ain't went through it. I'm just hearing what everybody talk about online or whatever, Google about the bill. So I'm about to get this shit started. I ain't even gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. I don't want to really talk much.
All right, guys. So this is how the new bill is going to seriously hurt people with disabilities. And I'm sorry if I keep looking over. I'm going over my notes that I have been taking over this big, beautiful bill. Number one, cuts to essential services. First, the bill cuts funding for essential services like home care, personal assistance, and therapies. Stuff like physical, occupational, and speech therapies that many people rely on to live independently. These wait lists are already crazy long, and now they're only going to get worse. Number two, healthcare access. Next, reduced Medicaid and Medicare funding means fewer doctor visits, specialist appointments, medications, and treatments. For many people managing disabilities, this just isn't convenient. It can cause serious health problems and complications. Number three, emotional and mental health. Mental health services are also going to get slashed, leaving many without counseling and or support. Imagine trying to manage anxiety, depression, and other conditions while worrying about losing your care or facing financial stress. It's a nightmare. Number four, institutionalized risks. Without enough community support, some people might be forced into institutionalized care, which often means losing their independence and quality of life. Number five, widening inequality. People with disabilities already face tough economic challenges and higher unemployment rates. Cutting these programs makes it harder to get by. Number six, caregivers under stress. Families and unpaid caregivers will have to do even more, leading to.
That's one thing I say. I appreciate definitely because definitely people that have grandparents and shit like that. They have grandparents and you still gotta work and shit like that, and you don't want and you not gonna put like your mom and grandparents. You ain't gonna put them in a nursing home because you gonna need if you still out there working, you gonna need caregivers. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So if that's affecting the caregivers not getting paid and shit, I do not like. I don't like that shit. Me growing up and my granddaddy had disabilities. Caregivers used to come by and help out a lot. They used to help out a lot, cause y'all know how difficult that is taking care of somebody that can't do, taking care of another nine. We ain't talk about no damn baby here. We talk about another grown person taking care of another grown person, that shit's not easy though. It's not easy, and if this shit gonna definitely affect the caregiver, it's a problem already. Y'all don't understand. Caregivers do a whole lot of shit, but a whole lot of shit that a normal person couldn't even do. They'll quit the first day. I appreciate the fuck out of caregivers, man. I'm telling y'all, cause I went through that shit, so I already know that shit could be tough, man. When they come by every day and do what they gotta do, that shit take off a lot of stress. Take off a lot of stress from you, most definitely, most definitely. So what it is, this right here is gonna make a lot of people, and it's crazy to say, it's gonna make a lot of people send their grandparents or mama none to a nursing home, and now you can't get no caregivers to come to your house. So allow these services. Yeah, yeah, they definitely need care. Like she said, like they said, like she said in the chat, man. Like she said in the chat, people need these services to survive, man. Like caregivers, like I said, caregivers do a lot, man. Caregivers do a lot. So yeah, that's crazy. If this new bill gonna fuck up what the caregivers got going on, yeah, it's a problem. Definitely.
To burnout and less quality care overall. My last point is the broader impact. All of this will put extra pressure on emergency rooms, hospitals, and social services that are already overwhelmed. This isn't just about numbers or a budget, it's about real people's lives and dignity. Please share this so more people understand what's happening and why it matters. We need to speak up for those who depend on these vital resources and support. If you stayed till the end of this video, I want to formally thank you for not only watching it all the way through, but for also using your voice to comment and engage.
Let's check these videos out.
So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay. I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child.
She trolling. She gotta be trolling. See, women like this stay the fuck away. See, that's why this bill for people like this is making it hard for everybody else. This bitch said she's allergic to work, chat. Yo, she said she's allergic to work. Like, what the fuck is that? I feel as though if you can work. And what I'm saying is not now, definitely since COVID-19 and shit, most companies see, y'all remember COVID-19, most companies moved jobs home, and they see how that's more better beneficial for the company, for people just to work home and not even coming in. It's a lot of jobs out there, decent jobs you can go working from home and try to get some type of money coming in. But she talk about she's allergic to work, and the only reason why she had kids is to get the benefits of shit she's talking about. No. She's an example of why they think we are lazy and want to live off others. Yeah, but think about it, she white. You know how they think all black people lazy, or some majority of black folks lazy, but this is a white lady talking about how she allergic to work and how she had kids just to get the benefits off of it. Yo, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
You're the problem. Listen, we live off of my husband's single income, and we don't have any government assistance like whatsoever. And I think we spend $400 or $500 a month on groceries. How are you getting like $4,400? Also,
Hold on. Is that even possible for somebody spending $400 or $500 a month in grocery? Is that even possible though? It's probably possible. It's probably possible with one kid, but that's tough with even one kid. Yeah, groceries high, man. So what the fuck are they eating? What the fuck are they buying? And she talking, man, you better go get a fucking job. It'd be nice, like, Like every man would want to make enough money for their wife to just raise the kids, don't have to work. But every man want to get like that. But times tough, man. Times tough. If you see what's going on, you gotta have the most. You gotta be able to. You shouldn't. Your husband shouldn't even have to tell you this shit. You go get your little part time job somewhere. Go ahead. Like I said, they got work for home jobs, so you don't even gotta put your child in daycare. I know, man. Mine do it faithfully. Hey, y'all gotta understand how high daycare is. Daycare is high as fuck. That shit high as fuck. That's like paying another high ass car payment. But you paying this shit every 2 weeks. Instead of every month, you paying this shit every 2 weeks.
So this is the reason that that bill is getting cut in that sense, because a lot of women are refusing to work and they're just relying off the government to help provide for their families. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be for people with disabilities. It's supposed to be with people like who legitimately can't work. And the fact that you're refusing to work and you're relying off of the government and American taxpayers just shows how lazy and ungrateful you are. They're not supposed to be permanent solutions for your lifestyle. They're supposed to be solutions to help you in the temporary basis. So liberals that are so angry about this, I just want you to know you can't live off of the government for the rest of your lives, okay? Now, I do understand, on the other hand, that there are families that do need those benefits, and there are still things available for them to help them out, okay? That's...
You know, another thing I don't like, chat, definitely when a white person talking like this, is some white people are born into money. Some white people don't gotta work. Like, and some black people are born into money too, but it's way less than how some white people are. Like, but mostly black people are born into poverty. They are. Most black people born into poverty that need them type of benefits. See, I hate when people talk and they ain't never been there. They ain't never been there. But I guess we been dealing with this shit for 400 years, so we supposed to like, you know what I'm saying, we done adjust to it so much, so it's like an everyday life. Most people, most white folks they never been born into not having nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I understand what people say, like, if you can work, go to work. But some people can't. Man, it's hard to explain, man. I just hate when people get up here and talk, but couldn't. But if they was in the black culture, they couldn't walk a mile in the motherfucker. You don't understand, but let's
not all the spending is being cut from people who actually need something. It is a woman's job and a father's job to both provide for the family. That's just how the world is. Nothing in life is free. Everything comes at a price. I'm out.
So I have to come up with $1,100. Okay? I am allergic to work. I can't work. I refuse to work. The whole reason I had kids was the amount of government benefits that you get for one child.
See, her white ass make it hard for everybody else, man. She talking crazy, man. He's talking crazy. Let's see what Buddy right
the big beautiful bill and how it's going to affect Medicare and Medicaid and SNAP benefits. So here's my thoughts on it. I think it was about fucking time, honestly, because you know these benefits were meant for the people that are fucking down on their luck, for the old lady, for the single mom of fucking 3 kids, you know,
True.
for the guy or gal that, you know, had a fucking car accident and is medically unable to do it, or
That's
has
true.
some type of disability, something like that. And another thing, these benefits weren't made for anyone who decided to come into the country illegally. Do you guys think you could go to any other country illegally, just walk in and get medical benefits?
Oh no,
Senator Paul said that this was.
I ain't that shit though. It look like he
the big beautiful
Mexican,
bill
so
and how it's going
his
to
family
affect
members gonna be in his
Medicare
ass,
and Medicaid and SNAP
He talking.
benefits. down on their
You
luck.
know, you
For the
can
old
tell
lady,
he
for
don't
the
fuck
single
with
mom of fucking 3
They-
kids,
they
you know,
gonna be
for
on
the
his
guy
ass
or
about
gal
this
that, you know, had a fucking car accident and is medically unable to do it or has some type of disability, something like that. And another thing, these benefits weren't made for anyone who decided to come into the country illegally. Do you guys think you could go to any other country illegally, just walk in and get medical benefits and food stamps and all kinds of government assistance? But what's happening now is that there's a lot of people on these benefits. Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, which is my understanding is like food stamps. Majority of people using these benefits, which are paid for by the tax dollar, are people that are able to work. So why is it that the working class that's working 40 plus hours a week gets taxed, having to pay for the person that decides not to work? How is that fair for everyone? And you know what? I put myself in that position too. My son just turned 18. Do you guys think that's fair? That if he decides not to go to school and not to work and just fucking sit on his ass at home, that he goes and applies for Medicare and qualifies for medical insurance, Medicare, just because he decides not to work? Do you guys think that's fair? Of course it's not.
You talk about your son here. Look here. You gonna pay for your son. You gonna pay for your son insurance, his health care. Yeah, cause I do the same for my damn son. If he 18, he ain't got no job. Something happen, he gotta go to. I'm gonna have insurance his ass too. You can't use your son in this shit. Don't use your son in this shit. Cause I'm telling you what I do for mine.
Fair. Obviously, I wouldn't allow my son to do this because I don't. These aren't the type of things that I instill in my children. But the point is, he would be able to do something like that. You have a lot of people that know the system. You have a lot of people that have been using the system generations after generations, that know what to fill out on the forms. Go take a drive by your local low-income apartments and tell me what kind of vehicles you see in the parking lot. Go check. Tell me if you don't see late model vehicles. Tell me if you don't see these girls with nice ass fucking fancy purses, their nails done, and you know, in low income apartments while they're getting all these fucking benefits, while they're getting food stamps, free internet, free medical insurance. You and I, the taxpayer, are the ones that pay for it. And I honestly think that's one of the reasons why you have to wait 4 hours when you go to the ER. Because the ER is going to be packed of people that are on government assistance where it doesn't cost them anything to go to the ER. If their asshole itches, they'll go to the ER because they don't have a deductible. But the working class that has to pay $200, $300, $400 deductible, you have a fever and you have a fucking cough, you go and you get yourself some fucking aspirin and Robitussin and you deal with it because you have to pay a deductible. But if nothing comes out of pocket, fuck it, go to the ER. Shit, you're not working anyway, so you got all the time in the world to wait there for fucking 4 hours. I know it sounds harsh and I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but let's be real. Call it what it is. I get it, you know, people are down on luck. Let's help each other out. Fuck yeah. Let's not abuse the system. Let's not abuse the system generation after generation. It's awesome that we live in a country that's willing and able to help you up on your feet when you're down. But let's not take advantage of it is what I'm saying. From my understanding, that's how it's gonna affect it.
So what he saying, y'all niggas? So what he's saying is y'all niggas stop fucking abusing the system and take y'all ass to work. That's basically what he's saying. That's basically what he's saying though.
Those are the cuts.
Y'all
Those
niggas
cuts
stop
that they're
abusing
talking
this
about
shit.
are
You can
for
work,
people
go
that
to
are
work.
able to work, right? For the healthy young individuals that are able to work and aren't working and are receiving all these benefits. Those are where the cuts are going to be. We'll see. Obviously, I didn't read the whole bill. I don't know how many thousands of pages it is. And I'm going based on the little information that I have. That's just my 2 cents. Interested to know what you guys think. So you guys let me know in your comments below. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe.
Let's find another one that goddamn play.
This bill is a deal with the devil. President Trump, you're either being lied to or you are lying to the American people. Because this bill represents, in the text of this bill, the largest and greatest loss of health care in American history. 17 million Americans will lose their health care on this bill, not undocumented people, not quote unquote the disgusting term illegal, but 17 million Americans will have their health care cut from this bill. On this point of tax on tips, as one of the only people in this,
in other countries like Canada or whatever, Europe or whatever, they don't even have to pay for health insurance. You automatically get health insurance. I think, if I ain't mistaken. I think you automatically get that shit over there. So why the fuck, if America supposed to be this so-called great fucking country, why the fuck we even got to pay for that shit over here? Maybe I'm wrong, Chad, but I thought like in some other country you get free benefits like health insurance. That shit free. You don't have to pay for that shit. Fuck that. I know I ain't lying. Somebody said that shit, and I think I was reading some shit like that. Was in some country you don't even have to pay for fucking health insurance; it's automatically given to you. But our country so goddamn greedy. You got to pay for every goddamn thing over this motherfucker.
Body who has lived off of tips, I want to tell you a little bit about the scam of that text, a little bit of the fine print there. The cap on that is $25,000. While you're jacking up taxes on people who make less than $50,000 across the United States, while taking away their SNAP, while taking away their Medicaid, while kicking them off of the...
Like, definitely people only making $50,000 a year, shit like that. Like, yeah, this law, y'all gotta understand, this bill that just passed, it's not for people, low poverty people, man. People, like, it's not for people like that. This right here is for the rich motherfuckers. It's for them for real. Pay less taxes. Cause you know, motherfucker, rich people have enough money to pay their taxes. Rich people have enough money to pay their taxes besides low poverty people. This bill that passed is not for that. It's not helping people that's in the slums. I'm trying to tell you, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
The ACA and their healthcare extensions. So if you're at home and you're living off tips, you do the math. Is that worth it to you? Losing all your healthcare, not able to feed your babies, not being able to put a diaper on their bottom in exchange for what? This bill is a deal with the devil. It explodes our national debt. It militarizes our entire economy, and it strips away healthcare and basic dignity of the American people for what? To give Elon Musk a tax break and billionaires the greedy taking of our nation. We cannot stand for it, and we will not.
Like I said, Chad, she said when she said Elon Musk a tax break, it's for, this bill is mainly for rich folks, man. Giving rich folks tax breaks. You know they love that shit.
Support it. You should be ashamed. This bill.
You know why everybody's so pissed about this big, beautiful bill? Because they got to get up and move their ass off the couch. They've been living off the government for the last God knows how many years.
Yep, you got me. You got me. Because I have been speaking out against this bill, and my wife and I can't lie about it. We have been drawing money from the government since 1999, and her since about 2004. See, because for 23 years I was paid as a soldier and as a GS civilian who retired in 2022 as a GS-12. And now I draw VA disability, and so does my wife, because in 2004 she was thrown from a Humvee and broke her back. And after retirement, I started working in the private sector. I've got a remote job that I work from home. And yes, I have been against this big, beautiful bill. Now you may ask why? Why? I would ask you the same thing. Why do you have the opinion you have that only somebody who draws money from the government because they're lazy is what you were getting at? Why would anybody else be against this bill? And it's simple, because I care about other people. Now, I don't draw any kind of benefits that are going to be affected by this. Will I be affected in some ways? Absolutely, but not nearly as bad as some people. Now, the bill's passed. There's nothing else to really debate because it's done. It's passed. Let's talk about what's going to happen now, and we'll use this for posterity because the changes are not going to be immediate. Here's the timeline. Medicaid cuts will roll out January 1st, 2027, and then over the next couple of years, those reductions will continue. SNAP cuts begin in late 2025 into 2026, and then ramp up over the next couple of years. Medicare, the same thing. They are tied to automatic pay-go and begin in 2027, extending through 2034. So you're not going to see these changes immediately, but when they start to roll out, remember how many times you all were told that this is going to affect so many more people than you think it is. This is not just affecting people that you deem as lazy and don't want to work. That's such a small percentage of people that draw these benefits.
Exactly.
This is going to affect so many more people, including people that you know and love. And let's talk about Alabama because that's where you're from. Did you know Alabama ranks 14th in the nation for these programs? And if you look at the states and what states actually bring in more federal money because of programs like this, They are mostly red states. 7 of the top 10 states on that list are red states, which means these cuts are going to hit red states the hardest. So when these changes start taking place, and when your friends and people you love start losing benefits that they need and they can't get even if they're working, because also keep in mind, 75% of those that are on these benefits, they actually work a full-time job, they just don't make enough to cover. So when that happens, never forget back to 2025 when Democrats tried to help. Too late for that now.
Hey, chat, y'all gotta understand how many different places in America get free healthcare. You got Austria, you got Belgium, Croatia, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, United Kingdom, Canada, Cuba, Mexico, Asia. You got Israel, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Ghana. Like, I don't know how to pronounce the other word, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But they got so many other places in the country, other countries that you don't gotta pay health care, but America you gotta pay your health care faithfully. It's crazy because we supposed to be the land, like we supposed to be America, at least America, you supposed to have free health care. But nah, Trump, they like, yo, we gotta pay for these guns, we gotta pay for the goddamn NASA shit. But like this bill is really helping out Trump because Trump they giving him a lot of money so he could build this wall up for illegals, which the wall is cool. Like I'm not all the way. I understand about the legal situation, this and that. Like, yeah, cause definitely people who is illegal that's coming over here and fucking raping women and killing people. Yeah, they need to get their ass on. But you have some illegals that been over here for damn 30 years that go to work. They work Monday through Saturday, only one day off. That doing this shit. They goddamn going to the house and provided for their family and shit too. So like I said, when it comes to that situation about illegals, man, the bad ones fuck it up big time for the good ones that actually been over here for years doing the fuck they gotta do and sending money home. You gotta understand about them I don't want to say Mexicans, but whatever. Them motherfuckers will work their ass off. I'm talking about it'd be 10, 20 of them in the house together. About 5 of them in the room, but you know what they're doing? They making their money. They sending that bitch home. They sending that bitch home, and they goddamn saving their shit, getting their house built over there. That's what they doing, man. That's what they doing, man. It'd be 5 of them to a room, 20 of them in the house. Them damn Mexicans, man. They goddamn working, sending their money back home. I don't agree with him taking from the needy to satisfy his hate for them. Oh yeah, it's hate. Yeah. It's most definitely hate with Donald Trump. With them, he do not like him. But he said that. But my thing is, a lot of Latinos or whatever, they mad. But Donald Trump said it when he was trying to get running for president. He said what he was gonna fucking do, and he doing what he said he was gonna do. So that's why I don't know why a lot of people are mad about a lot of Latinos mad about that shit. Cause he said that, yo, when I become president, I'm getting y'all ass the fuck up out of here. That's basically what he said. When I become president, I'm getting y'all ass the fuck up out of here. And that's what he doing. But like this bill he just passed. Like, y'all know how much money he getting to build that wall. He getting a lot of money to build that wall, man. I wish I could pull it up right quick. Cause like I said, I don't want to take our time up because I'm about to get off in a minute. But that bill gave him a lot of money to put this wall up. Y'all gotta go. I've been reading some of that bill, but y'all definitely gotta go read this bill. That shit's crazy.
I guess this is that FAFO stage, and I don't wish it on anybody, but it's gonna happen now. So best of luck.
You know why?
You know what? The big beautiful bill passed. And here's what hits you and when. I'm giving you a timeline. You know what? I studied this bill. I'm working with clients facing realities like these, and I'm gonna break down exactly what you need to know to survive and move smart. That bill was 1,035 pages. I just wanted to know, I took my time to actually read that bill. But before I dive into it, if you want the full tools and step-by-step plan, the link is in the bio. Don't wait it until it's too late. You know what? If you need my help, great. If you don't, that is fine too. You got a choice. That choice doesn't have anything to do with me. I just want to make that clear. Starting now, millions lose healthcare access. With 17 billion for the Americans cut from Medicaid coverage immediately.
Yo, y'all, that's what I'm saying.
So I just gave y'all some surface level stuff. So I'm about
Somebody in the chat said 15 billion for the wall itself. That's what this new bill that he signed giving. He getting his 15 million to build his wall. I don't know. Hey man, this bill is crazy, man. Like I said, this bill that they're passing is meant for the rich people, man. It's benefiting people who already got money, generation wealth. It's built for people who got money, born into money. It's for them.
Break into some numbers. So this, like I said, this video is going to hit the numbers and the timelines effectively. But let me just get into the nitty gritty. Medicaid cuts. Let's talk about that for a minute. The bill slashes approximately $863 billion from Medicaid over the next decade. This includes imposing working requirements and reducing federal funding for Medicaid expansion. If you don't know what Medicaid expansion is, that is Covered California or Affordable Care Act or another name, Obamacare. That's going to potentially cause nearly 12 million Americans to lose health care coverage, about 2034.
That's bad, chat.
Okay,
y'all 12% of Americans, that's awful. I want y'all to know that. It ain't good.
$295 billion cut. This includes tightening work requirements and reducing federal support, risking benefits for 3 million people. Okay, housing assistance. Federal funding for housing assistance is frozen. I've called myself a lot of places. Only thing they're doing is helping you move in. They help them with deposit. That's basically it. So the EAF program, you can forget about that. But if you received rental assistance through the EAF program in the past, the cap is 2 years. They put a cap on it. Section 8 vouchers, that they did not expand that at all. So if you have a voucher, they're going to put a cap on that too. It's 2 years. Eviction protections, that's ended in many places, leading to immediate housing instability. Immigration enforcement. The bill increases funding for immigration and customs enforcement from $3.5 billion to $48.5 billion, aiming for mass deportations and expanded detention facilities. Okay, that should tell you where their priorities are. All right, let's talk about the provisions they allow for upper income homeowners. Tax deductions. Bill includes a temporary 5-year increase in the state and local SALT deduction cap from $10,000 to $40,000. This primarily benefits higher income homeowners in states with higher property taxes. Mortgage interest deduction. The bill preserves and makes permanent the mortgage interest deduction, which remains a crucial benefit for current and future.
Make sure y'all like that video. Make sure y'all like the video.
Provisions for middle class homeowners. Foreclosure protections. The bill does not include new protections for homeowners facing foreclosure, leaving many middle class families vulnerable to losing their homes. And you know what? I don't know if y'all watched the video where I told y'all that I've already been contacted by a valuation company to start doing and bank-owned property valuations for foreclosures. That's a sign right
definitely
there.
2 years in.
I
No
applied
time.
at the beginning
Definitely
of January, and a lot of the companies told me,
you get your life
"Oh,
on
we
track.
don't have anything in your area." Now, here is July. Well, it actually contacted me last month saying, "Oh yeah, we need you to fix this and this on your application. We need you to do your background check so you can get to work." I mean, here we go. Last thing I thought I was going to be using my real estate license for is foreclosures, but here we are. Affordable housing support. There's no significant increase for funding for affordable housing programs, which can help the middle class homeowners struggling with rising property taxes and maintenance costs. They left y'all out, pretty much, point blank, period. They left y'all out. So, the one big beautiful bill enacts significant cuts to essential social programs like Medicaid and SNAP, while providing substantial tax benefits to higher income individuals and corporations. Middle class homeowners may face increased financial burdens without corresponding relief measures. Immediate impacts include reduced health care coverage, food assistance, housing support, and further charges anticipated as
this bill is for the rich. Y'all remember that? That's just for the rich.
I just gave y'all the details. Now I'm going to give y'all actual kind of like a timeline. So, by the end of 2025, rent assistance programs face caps. No indefinite support. Section 8 vouchers won't be renewed for many, leaving families scrambling. Energy assistance through light heat, again, is frozen. No help for winter heating bills. For homeowners, that's pretty much going to take probably early 2026. And I'm going to touch on disaster relief. Disaster relief funding is severely limited, so natural disasters like hurricanes and wildfires won't come with federal help like before.
Exactly, y'all got and chat. Y'all got to understand.
For them, ice.
Y'all got to understand natural disasters. Like, how many hurricanes that hit United States a year? How many fires? Definitely in California. How many fires do California get a year? This new bill is affecting all that shit. Y'all gotta listen. I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, why would they even fuck with that when every year, just by every year, the United States get hit with a big hurricane. Definitely down there in Florida, like Florida, Louisiana, sometimes South Carolina. Like every year, you gotta watch for a hurricane. Every year, you gotta prepare yourself for a hurricane down here in the South. It's crazy, man. And like I said, this bill is for the rich motherfuckers. So like if Donald Trump lived in Florida or the lower part of the states, like if he was from there, he'll know how that shit is. Every year you got to be on alert for thinking a hurricane about to come tear your shit up.
Immediately target immigrant communities. This isn't a threat. It's happening now. So if you think this doesn't affect you, you're fooling yourself. The system is stripping away safety nets while gearing up to push people out. This is why I created the Survive in America guide and the Global Move tools. You can stay and survive, or you can prepare to live smart. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. The prices for these guides will go up. Don't wait. The link's in the bio. And I'm going to say this. You know what? You don't have to get help from me. You don't. It doesn't make me a difference or not, because I already have my plan, and I'm going to where I can have better health care access, even as an immigrant or expatriate. And I made that choice for myself. What you do with your life.
All right, before I get off here, 'cause I'm about to get off here, chat. I ain't gonna lie. I want to show y'all this shit. I want to show y'all, chat. I want to show y'all who this bill actually really benefit. Then I'm gonna get up off this shit, 'cause I done went over the time limit anyway. So let me show y'all this shit right quick. It's gonna take about 5 minutes to show y'all that shit. Let me pull it up right quick though. Let me show y'all this shit right quick, man. Ain't gonna take y'all just work with me. I gotta pull it up right quick. Ain't gonna take that long. Like I said, with that bill, it got some good and bads in it. But like I said, the bill is mainly for rich folks though, for real. It's really made for rich folks. Like I said, it's big goddamn big corporation, big corporate America. That's who the corporate America is who gained from this shit. I'm telling y'all. Let me see if I can pull this shit out right quick. All right, let me pull this shit up. I'm gonna skim through this. I'm not gonna read all this shit. 'Cause like I said, I'm about to get the hell up out this shit. I'm about to get up off this shit. Like this right here, but CNN. Who gains off this shit? Who's better off? Corporate America, big businesses group, including the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and Business Roundtable, applauded the Senate passage of the bill on Tuesday. Corporations are betting they will benefit from the legislation, make it permanent the tax breaks in 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The package will restore the tax break from 2017 tax package that allowed businesses to fully write off costs of equipment in the first year if it was purchased. The incentive has been phasing out since 2023. Manufacturers are especially happy that the bill would excuse me. Thank you. Manufacturers are especially happy that the bill would make a significant changes to how the U.S. tax code treats the construction of new manufacturing facilities. Businesses will allowed to fully and immediately deduct the cost of building new manufacturing facility. The temporary provision is retroactive. Is retroactive in January 19, 2025 and continue for construction that begins before January 1st, 2019. And in bid, the incentivize more chip making in America. The legislation would enhance tax credits for semiconductor firms building manufacturing facility in the United States. Now all this right here is for businesses and shit like that. Like anybody like businesses, big businesses like corporations, they are benefiting off this bill. Not not people on the low totem pole. Cause they using the money that was for people who was lower, like SNAP, disability, all that shit. They using that shit for their businesses. It's so fucking crazy what the fuck they doing, man. How come American the net income for the top 20% of earners will increase by nearly $13,000 per year after taxes and transfer, according to the analysts of a near final version of the Senate bill by Penn Wharton budget model. It's crazy. It's crazy. So for corporate America is benefiting off the bill. Y'all want to know who worse off? Low income Americans. Many people at the lowest end of the income ladder will be worse off because the package will enact history cuts to nation's safety net program, particularly Medicaid and food stamp. Y'all gotta understand how Medicaid and food stamp work. That shit would save fucking low income people lives. Y'all don't understand it. Definitely these main motherfucker on top of the totem boy. They want to understand that shit because they been born into the shit. Generation wealth. They was born into They was born into the shit because they'll never know what that shit like. But I'm gonna continue reading. Among the many changes, these programs will be the addition of federal mandated work requirements to Medicaid for the first time in its 60 years history, and the expansion of the work mandate in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, the former name for food stamp. Parents of children ages 14 and up are among those who will have to work. So y'all gotta understand, y'all got a 14-year-old that's in school. 14. They gotta get their education. They trying to get ready for college. Y'all trying to tell me a 14-year-old have to get a job? That would have seemed, not unless I'm wrong. I'm reading this shit wrong. A 14-year-old. How old you was when you were 14? What grade you in when you were 14? 6, maybe 7, 8th. When you 14 years old, hold on, let me see. I graduated when I was 18. So yeah. So when you 14, you got to be in like at least the 8th grade, right? Going to in the 8th grade or going to the 8th grade, if I ain't mistaken. Something like that. I don't know. You trying to tell me a person that's still in school got to get a job for their parents to keep getting their benefits? That's crazy, man. Donald Trump, I do not like this shit here. And I ain't even talking about the lazy motherfuckers that can work. That's not. See, y'all. It's less than like a motherfucker that don't want a person that don't want to go to work and lazy as hell. That don't have nothing to do with the person that can't go to work. Them benefits are really helping out. So y'all expecting a 14-year-old to go get a job somewhere, so their parents can keep their benefits. That's what I'm getting from this shit. Man, this shit is crazy. I'm finna reading this shit. And I'm gonna get up off here. This shit done pissed me off. See, parents of children ages of 14 and up are among those who will have to work, volunteer, take classes, or participate in job training to keep their benefits. Y'all putting so much on a 14-year-old child, man. Y'all gotta understand, like people, like some parents are doing so bad till they have to expect their 14, like baby I know, but I need you to go get this job. It just put too much. Like you know how bad a parent feel if they gotta make their child work, their child go to school every day, but you gotta make your child get out of school and go to work. Like it just putting low income people in a fucked up position, man. I don't like this bill. I don't like this bill. Many of low income Americans are expected to lose their benefit because of the work requirements in the bill. Other measures affecting Medicaid and food stamps. Notably, few of those dropped for Medicaid coverage will have access to job-based health insurance, according to the Congressional Budget of Office report that the House version of the package. Those in the lowest income group earning less than $18,000 a year will see $165 reduction in their after tax. $165 reduction after that in their after tax. After transfer income, once the safety net cuts are taken into account, according to Penn Wharton, that's 1.1 cent decrease. See, that's what I'm saying. They like low income people. They don't need to take no decreases. Yeah, this bill, like I said, this bill is not for low income people, man. The next level who earn between 18,000 to 53,000 will get a $30 bump in income or 0.1%. Middle income household will see their income rise by $1,430 or 1.8% that earn between 53,000 and 96,000. The health provision won't only hit the lower income American. The Senate is also tightening verification requirement for Affordable Care Act's federal premium subsidies, which could also leave some middle income Americans uninsured. All told, the bill could result in more than 10 million people being uninsured in 2034, according to CNN analysts of the bill and CBO forecast. So, like I said, man, this bill right here, it ain't helping nothing. Hospitals even going through. They say hospitals are not happy with the healthcare provision of the bill, which reduce the support they receive from states to care for Medicaid enrollees and leave them with more uncompensated care costs of treating uninsured patients. The real life consequences of these nearly $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts, the largest ever proposed by the Congress, will result in irreparable harm to our healthcare system, reducing access to care for all Americans. Is hold on. So they're not. So if you go to the hospital with no insurance, they can't see you. Am I reading this shit wrong? I've been drinking a little bit, so I wanna make sure I'm reading this shit right. So if you go to the hospital with no insurance, no health care, some shit, they won't be able to see you. They'll see you, but they're not gonna do they won't go out their way to do everything to help you. What's up? How to help is reducing the access to care for all Americans and others. The association said it deeply is disappointed with the bill, even though it contains a $50 billion fund to help rural hospitals contend with Medicaid cut, which hospitals say is nearly enough to make up for the shortfall. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Yeah, like I said, low income people, This bill is not for, man, whatsoever. It's not for. It's not for. But yeah, man. Make sure y'all like and comment, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm about to get up off here, man. Definitely, I really appreciate it. Y'all watch the playback, like it, share it, subscribe. Yeah, because they can't turn around. They may not do their best. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might not turn you. Look, definitely, you ain't got no insurance and shit. Like, they might not turn you down, but they're not gonna do their best to help you because they're not getting paid. It's crazy, man. Like I said, this bill is not for low income people, man. It's made for the rich people, corporations, basically. But hey.